No-fault divorce is something that prior to 2017, the general public really didn't know about. And the law still has not changed, albeit it is in the process of development at this moment in time. So what no-fault divorce is the principle of allowing parties to divorce in a dignified way without having to set out evidence for their reason for divorce. Now, since 1973, there has only been one reason that you can divorce, and that is that your relationship is irretrievably broken down. But what the law still requires us to do, almost 50 years on from that divorce coming into force, is to evidence why the relationship is irretrievably broken down. There are two immediate evidence positions, that is, that somebody's committed adultery, or that there is unreasonable behaviour between the two of you, which requires you to set out very personal and pertinent details in the very first document that you're filing at court. So inevitably, it makes people set out an adversarial position when actually they should be looking, if at all possible, at taking a more conciliatory approach, particularly where they have children together. What the no-fault divorce movement has done is really raise the profile and the urgency for this matter to be dealt with. And the case that did that was the Teenie Owens case. Now, what had happened in that particular case is that Mrs. Owens had grown apart from her husband. They'd been in a long relationship together, but he wouldn't grant her a divorce. He wouldn't consent to allow her to divorce him after a particular period of time. But more importantly, a judge found that he didn't objectively consider that the husband's unreasonable behaviour was that unreasonable, which meant that this poor lady was essentially trapped in her marriage until last year in 2020. What her plight did was really bring to centre stage this quite archaic and almost Victorian laws that created a morality around divorce. We now live in a very, very different society. So this huge groundswell of public opinion led to Divorce, Dissolution and Separation Bill 2020. It's received royal assent, but given that the government have had their hands tied somewhat with COVID over the past 12 months, it is still waiting to come into force. But campaigners like Vardags anticipate that there will be a change in the law later this year.